When Hurricane Katrina hit our city, WDSU reporter Shea O'Connor was just a young teen attending Eleanor McMain when she says that she heard about the storm and its potential impacts.
And the next day, Shea's mother told everyone that it was time to evacuate, but many of her family members decided to stay, including her dad.
Shea takes us back with what she remembers 2 decades ago.
We had some great times here.
This area that sits at Washington and Tonti in the 3rd Ward might just seem like a plot of land to you. But before Hurricane Katrina, a white home with a big welcoming gray porch sat right here. It was a place of laughter, love, refuge, and heated debates, accompanied by great Creole meals courtesy of my grandmother, Louise. It's where we all knew we could come for support and care when there was nowhere else to go.
All of the things your heart could ever desire. We would walk here.
Up the street at Dot's Corner Store, you could catch me with other neighborhood friends. Most of the time, I just wanted sunflower seeds, pickled okra, and a cold iceberg. On August 26, 2005, while at Eleanor McMain, I said see you later to many of my friends, thinking Hurricane Katrina would be like every other storm that failed to cause significant damage to my hometown. When I got home, my mom told me and my siblings that we would be evacuating to Dallas. That was the only place where we could find a hotel. As we packed up to leave for maybe 2 to 3 days, I recall my dad telling my mom that he wanted to stay.
Somewhere I didn't want to leave. I thought we should stay as a family here, you know, because we had been here so long.
But my mom felt this storm would be like no other. Boy, was she right. After asking my dad to come one last time, we headed out. Our ride to Dallas felt like forever. We spent nearly a day and a half in Contraflow. When we finally made it to Texas, we just wanted to rest. But we couldn't shake the worry, as my dad, uncles, aunts, and cousins had decided to stay behind, choosing my uncle's 2-story fourplex here along Cleveland Avenue in Mid-City to ride out the storm.
I remember on the Monday of the storm, I remember us calling y'all. And y'all was like, making red beans. And I remember Uncle Charles saying, the only thing I'm concerned about is the water getting higher and higher.
And when the water started rising, I told my nephew, I said, go over there and mow my truck up, because I figured the water was a little higher in the back. And so he said, okay, he went over. And then when he got over, he said, oh, the water done got past the bottom door. I said, well, just leave it alone. Little did I know it was gonna go over the top after a while. It just started coming.
Then,
up to the top stairs in the double house. It was horrible.
That phone call Monday would be the last time we heard from our family in New Orleans for at least a week and a half, as we watched the horrifying images of the high waters, heavy winds, and destruction through news coverage while at our hotel. This moment, arguably, when I as a teen decided my career path would be in news, and that when given the chance, I wanted to tell the story of us, New Orleanians, the right way. During this time,
they had a shed down on that corner, and Rip come back with the perfect boat, because we couldn't, use a boat that was too heavy, because it would bottom out.
My dad and other family members continued to fight to survive.
When we first started riding to go to Canal Street, I saw 2 dead bodies. I saw a dead body right at Paris Canal. Somebody had put it on something to hold the body from floating, obviously. I was like, wow. And then we saw another body down further.
Using a boat they found to get about 12 of my family members to higher grounds after the water got too high in Mid-City.
And we had to bring tree, then come back and get tree moved, and come back and go to the inner canal, around there. And then when we got there, lo and behold, it was dry.
Tempted to go to the Superdome, but they were told about how bad the conditions had gotten there. Instead, they found a big vehicle that could transport everyone, eventually finding a way to Algiers where there was no flooding. They were able to stay in Algiers until the heat became too unbearable.
It was so hot. That time, the heat ran us away.
Eventually told they had to leave the city. They were brought to a shelter in Homa. It's there where we were able to make contact with them and travel from Dallas to pick them up. When we were allowed to come back to the city, we couldn't believe our eyes. Our home, our community, the life we'd known, just not the same. I remember the smell of death and seeing bodies of animals in trees after trying to escape from the high flood waters. The O'Connor home that once nourished my entire family was also no more. Years later, and I still remember the conversations, the joy, the Mardi Gras and second line spent here. The people from all walks of life who came in for a cup of coffee, a hot meal, a good laugh, and all of the colorful personalities. Now this place only exists in our memories, but it will never die.
I miss how it was. I really miss how it was.
This area might just be a plot of land to you, but for me and my family, this will always be the home of the O'Connors. Reporting from the 3rd Ward at 3705 Washington Avenue, Shay O'Connor, WDSU News.
And Shay says the story is dedicated to her grandmother, Louise Marie Duplessis O'Connor, and Shay's grandfather, John O'Connor, both also New Orleans natives.
And both died years before Hurricane Katrina forever changed New Orleans.
Well, for the remainder of August, we are highlighting the struggles and triumphs faced since Hurricane Katrina and those who still remain. To see each story that aired so far, you can just visit WDSU.com by scanning this QR code on your screen.